Hey, everybody, and welcome to a deep dive that I think you're really going to love.
Good.
We're going to be looking at acts of kindness from all over the planet, stories that just show how people are really trying to make a difference no matter how big or how small.
Yeah, and it's really fascinating to me that it's not just like random acts. It seems like there's a pattern of people wanting to connect and help others, almost like a natural instinct.
Okay, so first up, imagine this. You're in the hospital not really feeling your best, and then all of a sudden you hear this beautiful violin music. That's exactly what happened in Kuala Lumpur. This musician was going around and playing his violin for the patients, giving them a moment of peace.
It's amazing how music can like just change how we feel. Like there's all this research that shows listening to music can really lower stress and help you heal. So this musician might have actually helped those patients recover faster just by playing for them.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's like musical medicine. Yeah. And speaking of prescriptions, there's a bakery in New York that is making sure that every kid has a special birthday. They donate cakes to families that can't really afford them. So every kid has a chance to celebrate.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. For a kid who might not have much life, that cake is so much more than just dessert. It's a symbol that somebody cares and that they're not forgotten.
Yeah, it's like saying happy birthday with sprinkles and frosting. Okay, now let's go to Sydney, Australia. There's this teacher there who started what she calls a kindness library. It's not just about borrowing books, but also about leaving behind nice notes for the next person who reads it.
I love that idea. Like, can you imagine finding a little note that just brightens your whole day? It's such a simple act, but so powerful.
Yeah, it's like finding a little treasure.
Wait.
Okay, so next we're going to Johannesburg, where there's this group of teenagers, and they decided to spend their day off cleaning up a local park and planting trees.
Wow, so they're really investing in their community and their future. I mean, they're literally making their neighborhood a better place for everyone.
Yeah, they're laying down roots for a better tomorrow. Okay, last stop on our quick trip around the world is Tokyo. We're going to meet this incredible woman who's in her 80s. And during a power outage, when everyone was in the dark, she cooked a huge meal and shared it with all her neighbors.
That's what I call community spirit. When times get tough, it's so important to come together and support each other. And sharing food is such a beautiful way to do that.
Yeah, it's like saying, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Now, those were some awesome stories. But we've got even more that are going to make you think about how kindness can spread.
Yeah, these next ones are really special. They're not just about being nice, but also being creative and coming up with amazing ways to help others.
I can't wait. Okay, so first up, we're going to Cairo, where there's this street artist, and he decided to take all this graffiti and turn it into beautiful murals.
Art can really transform a space. And it can change how people feel about a place, too. He's literally bringing color and hope to his community.
It's like he's painting a whole new story. Okay, now let's go to San Francisco. There's this guy who works in tech, and he used his skills to create an app that helps people volunteer at animal shelters.
That's so smart. He's using technology to make it easier for people to help animals. And that probably means so many more animals are finding loving homes.
He's basically coding for a cause.
Yeah.
All right, our next stop is Mumbai. And there's a shop owner there who noticed how much students struggle to afford school supplies. So he started giving away stationery for free to kids who were preparing for their exams.
Wow, that's amazing. He understands that education is so important, and he wants to make sure every kid has a chance to succeed.
Yeah, he's equipping them with the tools they need. Okay, let's get cozy and head over to London where it gets pretty chilly. They have this thing called the Warm Coat Exchange, where people can leave coats they don't need or pick up a coat if they need one.
That's such a simple but brilliant idea. Everyone needs to stay warm in the winter, and it's so nice to know that people are looking out for each other.
Yeah, it's a silent pact of caring. And finally, we're going to Brazil,
Yeah.
where there's this incredible young girl who, on her birthday, decided she didn't want presents for herself. Instead, she wanted to collect toys for kids living in orphanages.
That's so sweet. Even at a young age, she's thinking about others and trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, and she managed to collect over 500 toys. It's amazing what one person can do when they put their mind to it. These stories are just incredible, aren't they? Each one shows a different way that people can be kind.
Yeah, what's so cool is that we're seeing a mix of things. Some people are doing things on their own, and some are doing things as a group. Some are spontaneous, and some are planned out. It just shows that kindness can look like anything.
And no matter what it looks like, it's always about people going out of their way to help others. It's like we all have this need to connect and care for each other. It's part of what makes us human.
It's like they're creating this network of support, almost a safety net, you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly. And speaking of coming together to do good, Remember that hashtag kindness day we talked about?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's amazing how social media can be used to encourage people to do nice things. Like when people share their own stories, it inspires others to do the same.
And it's not always about these huge gestures either, right?
Right, it's the little things too, holding the door open for someone, giving a compliment, helping someone carry their groceries. It all makes a difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
It reminds us that we're all connected somehow. Actually, we got a story from one of our viewers that shows this perfectly.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
So this person was out walking their dog, and they found a lost puppy just wandering around all scared.
Oh, no, poor thing.
I know, right? So they couldn't just leave it there.
Yeah.
So they started trying to find its owner.
Wow, that's really kind.
Yeah, they posted on social media, put up flyers, even went door to door.
That's going above and beyond.
And eventually they found the owner, who was so happy to have their puppy back.
That's awesome. I bet they were so relieved.
But wait, there's more.
Really?
Yeah, the viewer and the owner actually became good friends, and now they walk their dogs together all the time. And they've even started volunteering at an animal shelter together.
That's amazing. It's like that one act of kindness led to this whole new friendship and a new way to help animals.
I know, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So as we've been talking about all these different stories, I've been wondering what makes people do these kind of things.
Yeah, me too. Some people seem to be really empathetic, like they can really feel other people's emotions. And some people just want to make a difference in the world, and some people just seem to really enjoy helping others.
I think it's different for everyone. But in the end, I think it's all about recognizing that we're all connected. We're all in this together.
Absolutely. These stories are such a powerful reminder of that. They show that even when things feel chaotic and divided, there's still so much good out there.
And the best part is that anyone can be kind.
Exactly. You don't have to be rich or famous or have any special skills. You can just be yourself and do what you can.
Something I've noticed is that a lot of these people had to step outside of their comfort zone to be kind.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the musician in Kuala Lumpur. He could have just stayed home and practiced on his own.
Yeah, but he chose to share his music with people who really needed it.
And the guy who made the app, he could have used his skills to make a lot of money.
But he decided to do something good for animals instead.
And that little girl in Brazil, she gave up her own birthday presents to help other kids.
It's like they're all saying, I'm going to do this, even though it might be hard or scary, because it's the right thing to do.
And that kind of bravery is inspiring.
It really is. When we see other people being kind, it makes us want to be kind too.
It's like this chain reaction of kindness.
Exactly. One act of kindness can lead to another and another and another.
Until the whole world is a little bit brighter.
And I think that's the most important thing to remember. Kindness isn't just something we do for other people. It's something we do for ourselves too.
It makes us feel good. It connects us to something bigger than ourselves, and it reminds us that we're all part of something amazing.
Okay, so now we want to hear from you. Tell us about a time when you did something kind for someone else.
Or maybe someone did something kind for you. Share your stories in the comments.
And be sure to follow @AI for the People for more inspiring stories. You know, as we're talking about all these stories, it's amazing to see how many different ways people can be kind. We've seen examples from all over the world, from people of all ages and backgrounds.
It's like kindness is a universal language.
Yeah, everyone understands it.
It's all about recognizing that we're all human and that we should treat each other with compassion and respect.
And sometimes that's all it takes to make a real difference.
And you just never know how far it'll go or who it'll touch along the way.
Right.
It really makes you think about how much power even the smallest things can have.
Yeah. You know, it's been so great seeing everyone share their own kindness stories in the comments.
Me too. People are talking about helping their neighbors and volunteering and just saying something nice to a stranger.
Yeah, it's like we've opened up this whole world of good stuff. It's a good reminder that kindness is everywhere.
Yeah, we just have to look for it. But, it's not just about what we do for other people.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's also about how we treat ourselves.
Exactly. We need to be kind to ourselves, too, especially when things are tough.
You can't give what you don't have, right? We need to fill ourselves up with kindness and take care of ourselves so we have something to give to others.
Yeah, and sometimes the kindest thing you can do is ask for help.
Right. It's not a weakness to need help. It's actually a strength to admit that you can't do it all on your own.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I'm feeling so inspired by all these stories. It's amazing to see how kindness can really change things for the better.
I agree. And it's something that anyone can do.
So as you go about your day, try to think of ways to spread a little kindness. It could be as simple as holding the door open for someone or giving a compliment.
Or maybe it's something bigger, like volunteering or donating to a cause you care about.
No matter what it is, Remember that even the smallest act can make a difference. It can brighten someone's day and maybe even inspire them to do something kind for someone else.
And that's what it's all about, right? Connecting with each other and making the world a little bit better.
Exactly. So thank you for joining us on this journey of kindness.
Hmm.
We hope you feel inspired to go out and spread some kindness today. And be sure to join us tomorrow for more uplifting stories that celebrate the best of humanity. Until then, stay kind, stay connected, and keep those hearts beating strong.